Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shantae and welcome to another budget with me. This is the second part from my last video. So here I'll be checking the last 2 weeks of May, tracking my spending before I move on to budgeting my last 2 paychecks. As for my bank accounts, again, not the most efficient way to have my money sitting around, but the plan was to buy a house this year in August, but it's getting pushed back again just because I just didn't feel like I would have enough time because I work full-time. It takes up a lot of my time. I'm tired afterwards, so I can only really do things on my days off, and most things are just not open on the weekends. So I'm just gonna take a little bit longer. Hopefully things in the finance world get better so it's not as stressful with everything being so high and uncertain. So we're gonna wait another year and however many years it takes, but that's my dream that I want. I don't really want anything fancy, but I want to own my own home. All that to say, I'm gonna move this money around to make it work better for me. I want to invest, but I have no knowledge on how that works or what's the best way to do it, so I need to talk to a financial advisor. So anyways, I get dividends. I get like interest on it, or however you call it, at the end of each month. So this is slowly like building up. I tend to move money around, so once my short-term savings reach like over 5,000, I'll switch that 5,000 over to here like I did right here, just so it could like slowly like gain more interest. Sorry if I'm mumbling. So this one, it came out already. I usually do it around the end of the month, the 30th to 31st, but this month it did it on the 29th. So let's see. Add a transaction, 29th. I put it as interest. I don't know what else to call it. This one is for long term. And it went up finally because it was going down, which was weird. It was going down like 29, 27, and when it was already up to like 31, but now it's back up to 30. It's up to 32.60. And this is an inflow. Because I'm adding like more money. I don't really add anything other than about 5,000 whenever that builds up, which is really like all my categories in one. I have about like 25,000 in savings, and then the rest is my categories. But if you saw my last video, then you see it's not quite set up right. So this is just to not have everything in my check-ins account, and it has a better interest rate for returns or whatever. I don't know, I'm learning, trying to figure it out on my own, but I probably need a financial advisor really. So let's see, let's make sure it's right. $40,434.76. That is correct. And that's the only 2 times I ever have to change anything, and I get a small little add-on every month, and then 5,000 whatever my short-term savings get to once it like adds up. So let's see, what is this? Let's go to the savings account. This doesn't make too much, just a few change here and there, so that hasn't been cleared, even though that was for last month. And then somehow, no, not somehow, there's less money in here, but it was less. 530, it was on the 29th. Interest. This is for my short. there's no real reason for why I put it in the way I do. So this is an inflow of 69 cents. Clear that. So what I basically do is trickle down once my check-in gets too high. Like, I like to keep a good amount to pay all my bills in, but once it get like over like a few thousand, I'll put it down to my short-term saving. Once this reach over 5,000, I put it down to my long-term, because it has enough money that it's just giving me way more back instead of a few cents here and there. So that is cleared. My mother's savings. So my mother tried to save, but she's not really good at it. So I hold on to money for her whenever she feel like she has a bit extra, but she gives me a good amount, like maybe like 300 here, 200 here, but she usually get it back like maybe a month later, but it's fine. I keep it for her just in case, but I don't let her empty it. So this only gained another 2 cents, or was that from before? Yeah, that's where it probably didn't get anything, because it's under $10, because it doesn't have anything. So 938, that is correct. And my checking account, which is always a lot. So let's see. So I have to go to view all on this one, because my when I make a payment in my credit cards, it automatically goes to this view. So it's a big jump from what was last done. We'll get an idea of how much I may make in my paycheck. So this month was a really good month for me. My paychecks are usually pretty much the same down to the cent. I'll probably get like a cent more, a cent less. Let me see if I can show that. Let's do pay. Zero just. I don't do paychecks. So for me, what is this? Show right now. I like that. So that's April. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it just depends on how I put it in. Thursday or Friday. It just depends which month is considered a 5-month paycheck, if it comes in on the 31st or if it comes in on the 1st. But let's count it from the 30th. So my regular paychecks are usually about here if I don't get any overtime, which I'm usually not allowed to do, but Mother's Day was a holiday for my department, so I had to stay behind a lot, so I was working like 10-hour days for like 3 days. I even had to come in an extra day on my day off for a half day, just so everything could be done. So this is why I got a few good paychecks in there for a 5-week pay month. So that it was a really good month for me. Usually my check is just around $630 and some change, and that's usually if I don't get like a few overtimes here and there. So let's go to all and just go back to updating my budget, because I have 2 paychecks that I need to do, and then I have some transaction. What was that for? Okay, I know what that was for. So let's see, what was the last thing? So the last thing was my last paycheck, $788. That was a bunch of overtimes. I think that was the day I worked for 6 days. Let's see. I even worked overtime yesterday. We're not really supposed to, but I'm basically the only one really in my department that can do a lot of other things. So I had a lot of things to make that kept me behind. Let's see. Okay, there go my paycheck. It was on the 13th. This says the 14th, but I don't get too picky on that. Next is my water bill that came in. This was like 2 weeks ago, so on the 15th. I try to do it every week. I'm definitely gonna try to keep up with it because just to not make it too long. So definitely the transactions are gonna be separate from dividing my paycheck because this is 2 weeks worth of spending. And at the end of the month, I feel like there's a lot more spending. So what is this? Water. What is it usually? It usually come out with my rent, which I changed it. So I'm gonna have to put it in water and put water bill, create that payee, because sometimes it comes together with my rent, so I do both. But they switched up how it's paid, so the rent now is separate. If I catch it in time, if I pay my rent on time, the water bill don't come till way later. So let's see. So let's go to water bill, and it's pretty much a fixed amount. $123.55 that I usually say $124. So where is it? Save and add another. Next, sent money to my mother, $50. I don't remember why. That wasn't for Mother's Day, I don't think. I don't remember. This is why I don't like to wait too long. But I was just busy around these dates. So for the 18th, mom, I just have mom transfer. I really don't remember why. I feel like she has to pay that back. Like she borrows money. So I give her money and then she borrows money. So spending. $50. She's gonna pay all this back by the 3rd. I already know, but I just be forgetting. This is why I have this app, just to keep up with everything, because I'm not really good at it. So I just put it in here and I'm able to forget about it. Next is my paycheck, but my budget is probably a little off with all of these overspending that I have. So I have 3, yeah, which these are paid for. I just gotta move the money around. And the water bill is red because it came out of my checking account. It's just not in the category. So I will fix that in the next video. But let me just finish these transactions. But since it's red, because it's not June, it's only an overspending, and it's not like technically overspent. Like I still have time to fix it before it like takes out from my ready to assign, which is where I put my paycheck. So I'll add it. That's right. So I prefer to have my paycheck separate. I don't like putting it in all together. So this is for the 20th. I'm gonna put this in ready to assign. Pay. Ready to assign. And it was my last paycheck for my overtime. So $7.25, $71, a few 10-hour days on that one. And there's times where I miss my lunch because I'd be so busy. I don't mind because I get paid for it. So technically I work 8.5 hours because they take a lunch. So after that is my payment for Capital One. So yes, this right here for 2804. It's a little mixed up in, like, it just, the order don't be exactly like my bank statements. And then my last paycheck for this 5-week pay month went back down to my usual. So that was the 27th paycheck. And I'm not gonna put this, I'm gonna put this in unexpected until I budget my first paycheck, and then I'll move this up to ready to assign. But it was 6/30/22. And one more transaction, which is the entrance. I'm not saying that word correctly, but I got a little list. So let's see. That was on the 29th. Let's see. For 12 cents, which I don't see how. With this one guy, I don't remember. It's fine. This is why I put everything all together in one. So let's see. Entrance. I put this in short term and it's only 12 cents. Nope, not 23 cents, 12. So, is that correct? $3,910.29. That is correct. So, that is all my transactions. I am caught up other than making this payment. Should I put the payment in? Let me see. View, show the balance. Because I just like seeing this, and I don't mind that it's red because it's a credit card that gotta be paid off. And this is what I mean. They give me a inflow. It's like $486 from paying $408. I mean $480. So it's gonna give me like $4.20 So let's see. Let me go back to that card and just pay it off and fix anything in the next video. But I'm gonna just pay this card off because it's paid off. Because I have so much to fix in my budget, so that's gonna take a little bit as well. So it was $421. Record a payment for the full thing. It thinks I only have the $253 out of the $421, but I have it all. I'll just move money around. $421.94. What is it? The light bill? That's fine. And so yeah, the $60. And it's $0. Reconcile. It's in the red, but it'll be fixed. So let's see. All accounts. Let's do that one. So yeah guys, that is me updating all my transactions from the past 2 weeks. It won't be that long. Next time I will only do a week. Let me know if I should separate the transactions from budgeting my paycheck, because that might make it a little longer. A week of transactions and budgeting my paycheck. So I might try both, but this is just the transaction, 2 weeks of spending, 2 paychecks that I will have to separate in the next video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.